There's spirits in the house. Can you hear them? You know, some spooky things have started happening right now while we're filming. I have a witch mannequin. It's upstairs. It stood there for 8 years, but since we started filming, it's fallen over twice. Now, if you can't tell me there's spirits in the house, did I bring them in or were they already here? Who knows? I'm Cynthia Lazaris and I collect wax. I love everything rare, weird, and wonderful. I have been spending my entire life traversing swap meets, garage sales, and auctions looking for the newest piece to add to my collection. If you look around the room, there's a little bit of everything. Join me on my journey to find the weird and the wonderful. I'm going to be bringing you into my world. Now, my world can be kind of creepy and bizarre, but you're welcome to have a front row seat. I'm going to be showing you in depth what I do to get these pieces. Sometimes it's a little sneaky, sometimes it's just going to a garage sale around the corner and finding something strange. And we're going to be showcasing other people's collection just as well. I'm going to be taking you on a journey to auctions, to flea markets, and to antique stores where I find some of these things. And I want you to find what really gives you the wow factor right now. But I'll tell you, these things are what's happening now in the collector's world. Now, if you look around this room, I have some things that I've changed my whole way of living during the pandemic. I took everything out of my living room and I transformed it into my lifelong passion, which is a wax museum. That sounds a little creepy. How do I live in a wax museum? But I do, and they're all my friends if you look around the room. Well, I have something that is the crown jewel of my collection. And let you look at this. This is the Wizard of Oz set from Movieland Wax Museum in Buena Park that was sold at the auction. Come on, let's go down the yellow brick road. I want you to see what I see every day. I get up and have my coffee in here, and I just cannot believe that it's in my living room. This is the Cowardly Lion. And when we unboxed this piece, I noticed that it felt like a real lion's pelt. And then when I looked at the hands, of course now you can see that there's some falling apart and it's kind of disintegrating. But listen, this is history. This is history right now. Look at this piece. This is a real lion's pelt. And this is a beautiful piece. I don't know who sculpted this. If you have any comments on this, let me know. But I just know that it's unbelievable. And I feel like the luckiest person in the world to be able to stand here and tell you about it. And if you look around the room, I've got these 2 trees. They're haunted trees that go in the haunted forest. And they moved at one time on hydraulics at Movieland Wax Museum. Can you believe it? And their eyes opened and shut, and they moved. And how many children did they scare? They're not just foam and pieces of bark, but underneath it is a metal sculpture, and they are a hydraulic motor. Now, these things are not light. They probably weigh close to 150 pounds and awkward because they have their arms stretched out and they have like pieces of limb that want to scratch you and tear you up when you're trying to move them around. So it's kind of crazy. Now, one thing that is so fun about these pieces is that their eyes move, and they were meant to move, but we're still in the process of that. But what my son did is behind the eyes, he took some flashing lights that we got out of the Terminator set from Movieland Wax Museum. He placed them inside and they flash off and on. to give it that kind of eerie, spooky look. And we put some red gels in it to kind of give them that eerie look to it. The lighting is the most important thing. Wait till you see it at night. We've got fireflies in the forest, and we've got lighting, and we've got some unusual, as you can look up there and see, that it's a color wheel from Christmas for your Christmas tree. And we have that up there, so when you're walking to the Emerald City, you're going to get a rainbow of color. All these flowers, the poppies, it's fun because I can sit in here and I can look at it and I can almost feel sleepy just thinking about the scene and how it was and how all these fireflies that are in this forest, the haunted forest. I have the original clapboard that says Judy Garland, and look at all those names. Isn't that exciting? And I have literature. They gave me a great big box full of all kinds of literature and documents about this set. Look at the Scarecrow. If you zoom in on him and look at his face, the way he's painted, he looks like real burlap. Now, Logan Fleming, I don't know if that's his style, if he did this piece, but if you have any ideas on this, you just leave a comment below. This is all of us. We're learning together here. We're learning all about wax 101. And you know what? I learn something new every day. This is not the original Dorothy that was displayed for many, many, many years at Movieland Wax Museum. This is a replacement, as far as I know, has come from a wax museum in Copenhagen. And she kind of fit the bill as far as what a generic Dorothy would look like. I would like to have original Judy Garland up here. It would be a little bit better because I want to keep it as close as I can to what the original set looked like at Movieland Wax Museum. One of the things that I like to do is make sure that I've got the whole package going on, where I've got the set, I've got the figures, and then the lighting is so important. One of the things that I wanted to talk about is the sound. We buy these from Amazon, and I think the more you get, the cheaper it is. And we have one for each set. They're Bluetooth speakers. They have little SD cards, and you can actually download anything that you want from the Movieland scene, or if it's a scene from the movie, or they're just talking. If you hear a cat in the background, that's just my kitty cat that she wants attention right now, and I can't give it to her. So just ignore that. Let's take a listen, and you can hear what I'm hearing when I walk into my living room and experience The Wizard of Oz. When I think of The Wizard of Oz, it's so magical. It came out in 1939. Everybody can remember when they used to watch it on television. It was a special moment for them. Everybody has their favorite. Of course, mine is the ruby slippers. I always wanted to find them or have them. When I see this set, it brings me back to my childhood. It's just wonderful when you think about the friendship between the Cowardly Lion and the Scarecrow and Dorothy and the Tin Man, and you just think to yourself, oh gosh, I wish that I could be a part of that. I wish I could go to Oz and be able to see all these wonderful things. So I do get to go to the Oz and look and walk through the haunted forest. I mean, I come in here every day and have my coffee. I sit in a chair. It's the only chair, the only normal thing I have left in this room. And I sit and I gaze at this set and I listen to the music, and it just brings me to a wonderful place. I try to take good care of it so I can pass this on to the next person. I'm just the caregiver of these wax figures. They're going to go on, who knows, they may go to a museum, they may go to a private collector, they may just go, I don't know, maybe we'll start up a big Movieland Wax Museum again, and everybody can be a part of it. Everybody can bring their stuff back, and it would be a wonderful place to keep everything. But I do know that all the people that do collect the wax figures from Movieland Wax Museum, they all have the same thing going on. It reminds them of a good time when they used to go into the museum and they used to find their favorite set and enjoy it, and having it in your home and knowing that you can be a part of this experience is wonderful.